Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I love indie palettes, colorful palettes, duochromes, multichromes, you name it. I love all the shiftiness, shimmers. Okay, but for today's video, I am finally gonna review the Glaminatrix Glamourous palette, or Glaminatrix Cosmetics Glamourous palette. So I'm not sure when I received this, but I'm barely gonna review it now. And I went ahead and did 3 eye looks for this video, guys. I didn't think I was gonna do 3 eye looks, but this palette calls for it because I really need to test it out, because when I first played around with it yesterday, it didn't go well. It's because of my eye primer mostly, but I did have some issues with the mattes. But let's talk about this palette a little bit before we get into the looks. So this is an Australian brand, so it's like overseas, you guys. So a lot of the indie brands that I buy, they're kind of overseas, but this one, the shipping, it's a little bit up there. The shipping's like around $20, but if you use an influencer code, it cuts down like $8 or $10. So that really does help, but it's just the shipping. I think that's why before I really wanted to try this brand before, especially with their nocturnal palette. I really wanted that one back then. Because that was when I was first getting into indie brands. Like I started getting into indie brands. I always wanted to get into indie brands, but it's just that it was just a cost for me. Like I rather, now at this point, I'd rather be supporting indie brands than bigger brands. But it's because, you know, I didn't really used to buy like a lot of palettes, and now I am like, I'm obsessed, you guys. Indie palette obsessed. But yeah, I still kind of do want the nocturnal palette, but I don't really need it. But the one I do really want, it's a nearly neutral palette, so I'm not like a super neutral girl, but it's just that one looks so perfect, so pretty. So but this one though, this is so different. The color story, absolutely beautiful, guys. So these are my favorite colors. I was really excited because I never tried this brand, so I did 3 eye looks because I really need to test it out. But let's talk about this. I forgot to mention about the price. So this costs $56, but it comes with 4 duochromes. I don't know why I keep saying that. 4 duochromes, 1 high impact shimmer, and 7 mattes. So it comes with a lot of mattes, so you guys could see. But I will say, from testing it out, the purples, they were similar, and even these two were similar. Like there's only slight differences. So I feel like maybe they could have added like 2 other, oh, even this one too. It's like it looks very like aesthetically pleasing, but they were kind of similar. It was just slightly darker in a way when I tested these out. And then same thing with all the other shade range. So there's 4 duochromes. There's a shade Twinkle, Dreamy, Opulence, and Belle. And Belle. Okay, so those are the 4 duochromes, and they're really pretty. They're like very shimmery light. You guys can see in my eyes, like I did a very shimmery eye look, but that's how their shimmers are, I guess. I'm not sure, but I really like it though. And I've been wearing this look probably for an hour. Yeah, a little bit over an hour. I had to take a break earlier. So they're really pretty. I love the duochromes. This one's more in a satin, like duochrome like. It is shifty, but it's more smoother comparing to these 3. So these are more, they are shimmery, but they're loose in a way. This one too, but these 2 are more loose. Like they're more thicker, but loose in a way. So the shade Generous, I don't know, these shimmers, like this one's this is a high impact shimmer. They're very beautiful. Oh, I love this. Very shimmery, very, oh, so glam. And about the mattes, the only issues I had with the mattes, I didn't have issues with the blues, but it was like the purples. And then this shade mostly. I think this one I have to test out more, but this shade I had a little bit issue, but mostly on the purple sides. So the first time when I played around with this palette, I used my Dose of Color concealer, but I always use the Dose concealer. I always use my concealer though on my eye looks, because the one I have, it's very light, so it leaves like a light base, but it didn't agree with this formula for some reason. So it was very hard to blend. Like this palette though, you do have to work with the blending, so that's what I noticed. But after that, I removed it, and the second time around I used a Smashbox eye primer, and it worked out a lot better. So that was just yesterday, me playing around with the palette. But this time I used a Thrive Cosmetics Eye Lift Waterproof Eye Primer. So I will use this too, but it's just that I love having the light base because my eyelids are kind of veiny. That's why. Let's just get into the first, you know, the first look, and then we're gonna move on to these last two looks, and then I'm gonna give you guys my over thoughts about this Glamourous palette and what I think about it. So I pretty much already said some of it, but yeah, we're just gonna go over it in the process of me thinking and creating these looks. I used these shades right here: Style, Rego, Opulescence, and Twinkle. So I didn't use this purple. I think this purple might be a little problematic. I'll try to use it in my next look. I think the best way to do an eye look with this is by patting with this formula, at least. Like the swiping. I don't know. I just have to get used to the formula of this. So I'm going to get the Style shader here, the teal shade. And I'm just going to mostly pack it on right here. And then I'm just going to slowly build it up. So it has like nice pigmentation, but I think for this formula you have to work with the blending, I would think. I mean, that's what I experience. I have to work with the blending a bit. So after that, I'm going to clean my brush off, and then I'm going to work with the blending outwards. Slowly build it, kind of tap it, and then I'm going to kind of buff it in. And then, yeah, just slowly bring that pigment outwards. Like, I'm just trying to make it more fade out so it could be more of a mermaid look. So I think this is one of the reasons why I love this palette. Like, it reminds me of mermaids. And the teals and purples. Then it has some pinks, like some magenta pinks. So I think I'm gonna do 2 looks today, you guys. And just like that, just work with it. A little bit of teal right here. I just need a little bit. Like, the teals are nice. I don't think there's any problems with the teals, but it's just the purples. I have to be careful with the purples. Rego. I'm gonna use the same brush, so I'm gonna get more on the tip, tap it, and I'm just gonna focus it right here. So with the purples, just better to just tap it, just slowly blend. Okay, so I really work with the blending, so I went back and forth. So I'm gonna clean my brush. Like, I just don't want to mess up again. That's why when I messed up yesterday, that I want to make it work. Right. So I'm gonna get more of the shade. I got more of the shade, and I kind of want to put it like right a little bit over here. So when you put the shimmer, the opulescent shade, you're gonna put a little bit over the purple. And I thought like, wow, that's really pretty. So just gonna get more of the Rego shade, tap it, and just, yeah. Let me clean the brush off, and then just work with the blending, just like that. And then I have to add a little bit of blue because I went a little bit over the teal shade. So, and I'm gonna add that blue shade just to fix it. And I'm just gonna keep adding the purple. For the shimmer, so surprisingly I didn't use NYX glitter glue, but the thing is though, it is better to use NYX glitter glue because these shimmers, they're kind of on the loose side. My next look I'm going to do, which you guys probably might see that one first, because I'm not sure. Actually, no, I think you'll see this look first. Yeah, I'm thinking like how to do it, like the intro. I haven't done my intro, that's why. That's the reason why. I'm going to get the brush and kind of make it more neat. And then I'm just going to use that, kind of fix the shape and just add it more of a shape to it. So sparkly, shimmery, aqua. It's like, it's very shimmery. I love this one. So these shimmers are really on the shimmery side. Like, I love it. Like, they're really nice shimmers. So there you go. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of blue right there. The inner corner, what I used was the shade Twinkle, and I just used my finger. I just used it with my finger real quick. It's a cute little shade. It's almost similar to this opulescent shade, but more on a brighter side. It has like a hint, like a very small hint of yellow. I'm just gonna put it right here. And now for the bottom was just really easy to do. So I'm gonna use this detail brush. I used the shade Style and Rego to deepen it up. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Like, so far the blues are fine. I'm just gonna do a better, I'm just gonna share more of my thoughts towards the end because I want to do another look at the different color combos. I'm gonna get the shade Regal so we could just deepen it up a little bit. I just really focus on the outer part. So let me just put mascara and a little gel liner, and then I'll show you guys the look of this. So here's look number 1, and yeah, I really love this look. These are my favorite colors. Oh, purples and teals. Oh, sorry guys about the meowing, but oh my gosh, I'm in love. It did took me a while with the blending, so I think it was just the purples. The blues, no, not so far. But for my second look, I'm going to try to use different color combos. Right. And then so I decided last minute I wanted to do 2 more looks. So I just went ahead and took off my makeup. I mean, from my eye makeup. So that's why I have mascara. And I had to redo a little bit on the bottom eye. But yeah, I want to do 2 more eye looks so that way I could use more of the colors. This one's going to be more simple. I want to use this Tempting shade. So it's like a burgundy shade. Alright, so I'm just going to... I haven't tested out this shade. So let's see how this one is. I'm gonna tap it out. Ooh. Yeah, it's like a burgundy magenta shade. So just have to be careful. I think I'm gonna do the same method because I think I might have issues with this one. I don't know, the purple is the most, but well, even reds are harder to formulate. Let me just tap it and kind of softly blend it. So let me know what you guys are thoughts about this palette, if you picked it up, if you're having trouble blending too, because I mean, I prefer a palette where I don't have to work on the blendings as much as I'm doing right now, because some palettes do make it easy, but it might be just the colors. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of the Tempting shade. Okay, so it's really nice wash of color. So it looks really red, but it's actually like a magenta. It's like a red magenta. So this will be a nice shade for, I say, Valentine's. And then I'm just gonna buff it out. Let's use this shade Package. So maybe in my third look I'll do a more neutral look. I'm still playing with the colors, it seems. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit right here. Ooh, ooh. So I actually haven't used it with this eye primer, so maybe it's making a difference. This one seems better. What the heck? So this is why I wanted to do multiple looks. I thought I was gonna do 2 looks, but good thing I'm doing 3. So I'm doing it the same day because it's just easier. Oh, isn't that pretty, guys? Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna blend that purple in, the Package shade, into the burgundy. Got a little too much right there. Yeah, kind of put it right here, kind of blend it. I think this is a 2 nice color combos to blend together. It's not like so hard. It has the teal and this purple. Oh, that was really hard to blend, but these color combos are better. Let me get a little bit of the burgundy shade, the Tempting shade, and just add it right here in the V area. Okay, I'm having, oh, okay, I'm just surprised. Okay, it's kind of working out. Oh, that's so cute. I actually like this a lot. And then the middle part, well, I'm gonna use Generous. It's not gonna be a super halo look. We're gonna use the shade Generous. So I'm not using glitter primer, but I know glitter primer, when I used it yesterday, it did make a difference. I'm just gonna use my finger, and this is like really, this the other shimmers are duochrome, but this one's a high impact shimmer, so it's really a beautiful shimmer. Yeah, I'm just gonna have it in between. I'll probably get a brush right now. You know, and I'm gonna softly blend it into the corners, like very softly. So I don't really want to do a super halo look. I just want to, I mean, kind of make it look like a halo look, but not really like having to blend like multiple shimmers, multiple colors. Just keep it simple. Maybe I'll add a little bit of that shade in. The, what was it? This Package shade. And I'm just going to put it in the inner corner, just right there. Just to deepen it a little bit. So I kind of liked it. I kind of like it, I mean. Alright, yeah. Keep it nice and simple. think the only thing I have to do, probably get the tempting shade, and then I'm just gonna use my detail brush and just add that right there. So I'm gonna be blending the outer part just to soften it. So it's a very simple look. A little bit more of the package shade, so let me just add a little bit more like that purple shade, and then just going outwards on top of that shimmer. I'm just gonna put it all around here on the bottom. Get the Sweetly shade, this other shade I haven't used because it's a little bit darker than the purple, I would say, and almost looks similar with the other shade, but probably more on a pinker side. Should I put it there? Let me put it here. We're gonna do like almost kind of like a halo lip. We're gonna add a little bit of the generous shade. Yeah, like in between like that, just add a little sparkle. Like that. It's so cute. Alright, now we're gonna do a second eye look. So that's all I'm gonna do for this look. Kind of simple, a little bit different, and yeah. Maybe I'll use this shade, and then that shade, and then this shade. That's what I'm thinking. So it's gonna be almost like this, but probably darker. So let's add the Sweetly shade. This shade right here, the pinkish shade. Let's add a little bit of that. So this is gonna be another pink look. See, I have to like alright, so this one's more reddish. I was thinking it's gonna be more pink. Alright, so I just have to work with the blending here. But yeah, so far I do have to work with the blending. It's not like easy. This curl shade, it's like, it's not a black, but it's like, it has like a purple bluish undertone. I think more on the plum side. It's like, it's not plum, but it's near black. So yeah, this definitely deepen it up the crease area. Gonna work with the blending there. So in a way, I would say so far the mattes, like they feel soft, but they're kind of dry in a way. So I'm not like used to it. Like they're soft, but I mean they don't feel dry. That's how I was feeling. Like me having to try to blend. That's why I'm gonna get a little bit Sweetly shade and just add it up here. I actually haven't used this shade, so we'll probably add this shade too. It's gonna be another colorful look. I haven't used this shade Luxe, so let's use that. We're gonna add it like right here. I know it's gonna look colorful, so I'm just gonna pat it right here. So we're just gonna have like a little hint. So this one's gonna be a little bit grungier because of that dark shade. And I'm just, oops, I got the wrong teal. So let me just got a little bit of the other teal, but let me just blend it into this way. Okay, I guess it's a good thing I'm doing this in a way, and then I'm just adding it up to here. I had to fix it, guys, so I'm just using my sponge a little bit because I really kind of messed up. And let me get the Style shade. I'm just gonna add it right here just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, that's a little better, I guess. I think it's the color combos. Let's see. Let me just get this shade right here and kind of blend it. I cleaned my brush off, but let me just blend it. Like have it fade out. So it looks kind of pretty. Well, like once you start blending it, it looks pretty blended it out. Yeah, this coming out more colorful. I thought it was gonna be neutral. I'm sorry guys. I just can't do a neutral look with this palette. It seems like this is a beautiful duochrome, but it's really hard to pair it. The only colors I could think of, I mean, yeah, you can use it with purples, like just one color, not two color combos, or with the red. Yeah, so let's see. So I'm thinking let's use the shade Dreamy. Yeah, the Dreamy and Twinkle. So let's do that. Oh, look, on top of that teal, it makes it more green. So on its own it looks more yellow, but on top of the blue it looks greenish. So we'll just add that. Kind of put it up here. Yeah, that looks so pretty. Get the Dreamy shade. This one's more opaque, more pigmented, a little bit chunkier. So I'm just gonna put it right here. Ooh, I think I'm loving how this one's turning out. This one's turning out more, more colorful, but yeah, let me add it up to here. So now let's do the bottom part. I think the bottom part, I should just keep it teal, honestly, because it looks really dark with the other colors. Let me get this shade right here, the Style shade. Am I gonna deepen it up with the other shade? Yes, I am. I think I'm gonna just use the shade Sweetly. Just blend it. Yeah, that's really, really. I feel like I should do something about this look, so maybe I'll do something real quick. I could add the shade Twinkle again, or Opulence. Actually, I think I'll probably add the shade Opulence. I know the only shade I haven't used is the shade Bow. I feel like it's really hard to use with these bold colors. So let me get the shade Opulence and add, like, because, oh my gosh. So these two looks, they're gonna kind of go together. And let me get a little bit of the on my brush, and I'm just gonna spread it right here. Yeah, and I want to do a liner. It's like my signature thing, but like a little cute little eyeliner detail almost, even though you have to be careful because I'm using like a not a liner brush. I mean, I do have liner brush, but I actually like that quite a lot, you guys. So it's more my style. Like, let me just add a liner here and then fix the mascara and then add some gel liner on both eyes. Then I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts about this Glamourous palette. So right here is my final last two looks, and I'm really, really happy I made 2 additional looks because I love the looks I created. And let's see, here's the second eye look we did. I think it came out really cool. I love pink and blues. Adding this, the blue opalescent shimmer, really added some interest to the look. Oh, some magicalness. And then on this side, ooh, I actually added the shade Opulence in the inner corner, so it made the look even better. It pulled the look, like, pulled in together just right. So maybe it might look similar with the other look, but I think I like this look better. It's more, well, probably because of the purple. The shade Dreamy. It comes, I mean, it looking a little bit like bluish in a way, but it's actually purple. I think because I have some mattes underneath, but it's really pretty, beautiful duochrome. But let me give you guys my final thoughts about this palette. So, first off, the color story. I love the color story. It's just that it's very colorful. So all the looks I created, I couldn't do a neutral look, of course. They were all bold looks. So this is a very bold palette, and I use all the shades. Let me see. Yes, I use all the shades except the shade Bow. Like, I could swatch for you guys. You guys would see my swatches earlier, but it's a beautiful duochrome. It's more of a on the satin side. So it has like a hint of amber and green. So it's pretty. But yeah, probably with the teals, like, you have to use one color for this. Like, one color, because we used 2 color combos and it's gonna come out like looking wild. Besides that though, the formula, I feel like I really had to work with the blending. Even with the other shades, I think the only shade that was easy for me to use were the blues. But the purples, I mean, this purple, when I use it right here, it was fine, but when I had to do it right here, I had trouble. But I'm gonna say that the purples are probably gonna give you some trouble. Like I really have to work on the blending. And the burgundies, well, just a little bit too, I would say. I don't know, like mostly on the outer part. Like I was having issue on the outer part, like on both sides. But the shimmers, the only thing I would have to say about the duochromes, well, they're very sparkly, they're very pretty. The only thing that you feel more on the loose side, so I do highly suggest to use glitter glue. I have a NYX glitter glue right here. I didn't use it for any of the looks I did today, but it does make a difference to help it stay. But even then, I used this yesterday when I was playing with it. It was still loose. I mean, it helps, but it still felt loose. Like these are like kind of loose kind of shimmers, but they're very sparkly, very beautiful. I actually especially love this shade. Like this shade going on top of any of the masks will look absolutely beautiful. And I'll probably pull out some neutral shades from my other palettes and use this shade because I really love this shimmer. It's a very kind of blinding, but it has that reflectiveness too. These type of shimmers, they're like little spaces in between to give dimension to the eye look. Well, these are duochromes. The rest are duochromes. These are duochromes. This is just a shimmer, but yeah, you can see the style of the shimmers. So this is my first palette with Glaminatrix Cosmetics. If you have the patience to blend, or if you're able to blend, then I say go for it. It's a very bold and colorful palette too. So I really had fun creating the 3 different eye looks. They're all like different in a way. So I don't remember how the other look compares to this one. It probably looks similar, but this one's a little bit darker. I think I like this one better because of the purple. But yeah guys, so that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about this palette. Did you guys pick it up? Do you guys want to? I hope you guys find my review helpful, and I really hope you guys had fun watching it, or at least I inspire you to do colorful looks. That's my thing. I love doing colorful looks. Okay, I love you guys all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.